Mm, mm, dun, dun, dun. Oh, 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 yeah. Come on. Oh, yes. Yeah. What's up, Pingy Yon XO? How are you today? How's everyone doing today? Come on in the room. Let me find some music. I've been putting some things on YouTube only to not have my videos be able to be monetized because I've been playing like music that's licensed. So let me play some music while everybody is coming in the room. I'm gonna play a song that I haven't released yet. Um, if I can find it, I'm playing a song I haven't released yet that YouTube won't say nothing about. Eh, let's get it. I have this song called "Manifesting My Dreams." I'm thinking I'll release it on my birthday. Hey, Shan. I'm thinking I released it on my birthday. But here we go. Maybe I release it on my birthday. Thank you for the like, fam. For those that are coming in the room, we're in our studies today. Hey, it's a magical morning, absolutely. What's up, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok? Hey. Hey. Let's get it. What's up, Janae? Let's turn it up. Gotta get uncomfortable instead and believe. Listen. No more fear, erase down, imagine it so. Absolutely. It's gonna happen, I believe for sure. Grand Rising, don't wait up. Hey. Absolutely. Get it? Come on. How you guys doing this morning? Hope you guys had a great weekend. It's only a matter of time before it happens. Come on. Hey. Absolutely. All you gotta do is keep on going, family. What is Kevin is gone? Hey. Listen to Lacey. Hey. Come on. Hey. Thank you. I think I'm going to release it on my birthday in January. Come on. Get it. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yes. So January, looking to release it. So yeah, that's called "Manifesting My Dreams" by Titus Glenn. I'm gonna be. Why do I think you were giving Scorpio? Why you Scorpio? Scorpio, how dare you? All right, somebody says that I was giving Scorpio. Really? What? Why Scorpio? I'm intrigued. Why Scorpio? Is it the well? I don't. Is it maybe it's the passion that I have about teaching. I'm intrigued. I'm an Aquarius sun for sure. Mysterious. I can. Okay, I think mysterious. How though? This is interesting. Definitely, the Scorpios can get mysterious for sure. Coming out of the eighth house, house of mysteries. What books would I recommend for y'all? Be love books. I recommend for what? Maybe this. Maybe I don't know. Mysterious. I feel like I'm an open book, but maybe that's the mystery of who is Titus Glenn. Maybe the mystery is because I'm so creative that maybe people are trying to figure out what I do because you got the singing, you got the songwriting, you got the sound healing, and like my whole brand is this thing of like, okay, what is this about? So maybe maybe Shan, that's what that's about. For like spirituality and getting a better understanding of it all. But- So I would say the book I would recommend to start reading, hands down, the Four Agreements. And I would say for me, spirituality starts with self awareness, and the Four Agreements push you into this energy of becoming more aware of yourself. And then you can always get into Heal Your Life, Paul Ferrini. So, like they're down here. So the two books I would recommend starting to read is first one, The Four Agreements, and then Healing Your Life, a 12-step guide to bringing love, power, and purpose into your life. So these are my absolutely go tos for somebody that's awakening, and really, I think it offers you an opportunity to just get in the energy or be with how your life has unfolded without judging anything. Because I think a lot of times when you start to get awakened, we do a lot of judging. Well, let me say me. I did a lot of judging of my upbringing, only to realize that my upbringing has made me who I am today. And if it had not been for the grace of God, okay, do you see my church in this? Great Rising Saturday. If it had not been for that upbringing, that churchiness, I would not be who I am today and be able to speak to those that might need a safe place to land. Okay. So those are the two books I would definitely recommend reading to bring you to this space of self-awareness. So yes, which to me, so again, self-awareness is the door that cracks open you walking into your divinity. For sure, for sure, for sure. So welcome family to our metaphysical Bible study. Um I almost did this Bible study from the floor because I was traveling this weekend, and I'm still kind of getting into this energy of let's get it. Let's get it. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you for coming in the room. Thank you for the share. Thank you for just being present. Thank you for letting me be me. Few announcements before we get into it, and I'll say these announcements again. We do have the link in my bio for the virtual party, for the vision board party. So if that is of interest to you, and you're like, how do I plan my year? The best way to plan your year to me is by numerology and really figuring out what the year is all about, what the year is going to be like for you. So that information is in my bio if you want to be a part of that party. Also, those that are looking for one-on-ones, that information is also in the bio. If you need some support with one-on-one coaching, that information is available as well. And then we have our YouTube that we are building. So every Tuesdays and Thursday, we're putting out prayer loops, um, and just really start to migrate these teachings and this community talk on YouTube, especially since we don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. And so I'm kind of just opening the space. So if you ever want to rewatch this, the goal now is to start putting this content on YouTube so you can go back and rewatch it. It might be on my Facebook as well, but definitely going to be looking at building my YouTube channel in a way that is supportive for us if we need to transition and pivot. All right, fam. So thank y'all for coming in the room. Those are in and out the room. I bid you blessings. I know you guys are at work, and I want to thank you and I appreciate you for just stopping by just to even say what's up. Knowing that it's all love and it makes my heart all warm and fuzzy on the inside to see y'all come in the room just to say hi. Hey, I just came to stop by, but I got to keep on moving. So I love y'all. One day we gonna be in a city near you, and it's gonna be like Titus. Come on, come hug on me, because we're gonna be in a city near you, and we're gonna be able to just love up on each other in an amazing way. So that's going down. Grand Rising Twin. So we are in our book of astrology of the moon. And if you are not aware of this type of conversation, it's centered around astrology based upon how this world is made up, and it's made up on the stars and the sun and the moon, and so above so below, so everything that's happening in the heavens is happening within you. Everything that's happening in the heavens is happening on the inside of you, and oftentimes is reflected in our outer world. A good example I've been currently using is this election was really not an election of Trump and Kamala Harris, but it was an election to see where you are in your consciousness or in our collective consciousness, where we have the ego, the sun, right, which is Trump, in comparison to Kamala Harris, our moon, our heart. And which one are you deciding to allow to lead your life? Are you going to lead with your ego? Or are you going to lead with your heart? Oh my goodness. I think to me, that's like the perfect analogy of how to use this information. Are you leading with your ego, or are you leading with your heart? And so we've been bringing the moon sign in to assist and support us. Well, how do I lead with my heart, my intuitive nature, okay, and allow this energy to support and move me into my purpose place, how I relate to people, how I tap into what I'm feeling? Because really, even when it comes down to manifestation, your emotions, your intuition brings that thing to you. And clearing up your emotions, how you feel about all of it, will support you. All right. So we are in the progress moon phase. And if you don't know what the progress moon is, just to run it back, your natal moon sign is going to be this about where the moon was at the time of birth, right? So you have your natal moon placement in your natal chart, which speaks to your primary way of feeling, your intuitive nature, and your emotions, right? Then you have your progress moon, which is how the progress moon is moving through all the houses, which is about your emotional evolution. You have your core, which is your natal moon, but then you have your progress moon, which is how you are evolving emotionally. If you don't know where your progress moon sign is currently, that information is in my link tree. All you have to do is know your time of birth, put that information in, and it will give you where your progress moon is. And this information is supportive to you, so that if things are coming into you that you want to run away from, it might not be might not be time to run in, but it might be a time to lean in, so you can gain all the information that you need to gain out of that season of your life. Or if it's an opportunity to release and let go, then it's an opportunity to release and let go and not hold on to it. All right. So if you don't know what your progressive moon sign is, check on the information in my bio so that you can really, really lean into this type of information. Okay. So let's get into it, fam. We did progress moon, and where were we at? It's been a couple of days. I think we did. I think we did Cancer. So let's run it back to Leo. If your progressed moon is in Leo, let's dig in. So progressed moon in Leo, the quote, creativity is not finding of a thing, but making something out of it after it is found. All right. And I might go back and do another teaching or put this stuff on YouTube so you guys can at least be reminded of what's happening with your natal moon in a certain house. Okay. So for the Leo progressed moon, as always, after experiencing a long period of internal focus, which was the Cancer moon, there's a growing desire to burst forth as this progression begins. If your progress moon is traveling through one of the inner focus water houses, such as the fourth, eighth, or 12th house, you will start to feel warmth expanding from you. The Cancerian shell that once protected you and felt ever so cozy can start feeling confining and boring. Now you may start to feel more playful, like you want to be free to be silly and just be yourself without worrying about what others think. Where you may have wanted to hide a little before, now you want to show and tell about who you are. Again, this is for the Leo moon. Hey, John, thank you for coming in. That doesn't mean that it's an easier, more natural process for you than usual, depending on your personality, but that the hunger to do so increases. How you respond to that hunger is up to you. In many ways, you can find yourself asking, what about me? Does anyone see me or care what I can contribute? A need to get the attention you deserve arises. But if you're someone who's not comfortable asking for what you want, or if you've been neglecting yourself, you can find that months or years of starvation in a certain area of your life suddenly seems to be coming to the surface. Thank you for the follow, higher thought. Okay. The house that your progressed moon is currently in can tell you where in your life that attention and appreciation will need to come from. Do you need to feel your mate's love and attention a little more or in a more demonstrative ways? Do you need to feel like your contribution at work is recognized? This area of your life is one area holding this area of your life is one where holding back out of politeness or out of fear of others' response to you will feel especially tiresome. Okay? So again, we're looking at progress moon. Check out my profile. It's free of charge, y'all. So if you know your time of birth, you can put this information in so you can know where your progress moon is currently. Especially, this is a good way to start the new year to know where's my progress moon and how can I incorporate that into the goals that I'm setting. What's up, fam? The goals that I'm setting for myself in 2025. Right? So, for example, my progress moon is in Libra. So that means that these next 2 years is really about balance. So, how am I balancing and preparing 2025 with everything that I have going on with school, with building a business, all those things? All right. Virgo progress moon. I set my star so high and that I would constantly be in motion toward it. All right. For the Virgo progress moon, as it typically the case with moving from the fire element to the earth element, after the expansive energy of Leo, you're ready to uh, bring it down again and come down to earth. A desire to get organized, get a plan in motion may be brewing as you begin this progression. Virgo's ruling planet is Mercury. And while Mercury represents the mind, it also represents the winged feet of the god Hermes. Make some lists and check them twice because you're about to get busy. Oh, thank you for the heart, Pioneer Sammy. Make some lists and check them twice because you're about to get busy and will probably get more done during this progression than you have in any other. Many people notice that their anxiety level tends to rise during this time. Worry about what is wrong or what might go wrong may enter your consciousness more frequently. We all think periodically about what might go wrong in our lives, but this feeling can be ever present in the Virgo progression. Since external life often reflects internal awareness, perhaps there are more things in your life to worry about now. But more than likely, you're simply noticing things that have always been there. And this is the progress moon in Virgo. So I think some of you guys have checked your progress moon. So if you have, let me know where yours is so I can just remember. Progress moon in Libra. The prior Virgo progression, well, the quote is to repeat what others have said requires education. To challenge it requires brains. So the turning tide in the Virgo in the prior Virgo progression, sorry, may have left your hands dirty from all the hard work. So it's time to clean up. While it can depend on the house your progress moon is moving through, now many people experience a desire to reinvest in their personal appearance as this progression warms up. Okay, Libra is ruled by Venus, a planet representing the human desire for love and beauty. So you may begin to pay more attention to your appearance as well as noticing your surroundings more regularly and feeling appreciation when it's clear that extra care has been taken to beautify them. Many people have also noticed a creative awakening during this time, and I will attest to this as well. Whether it's the desire to create artistically, is progressive moon just your moon sign? No, your progressive moon is the placement where it's going through your house like every 2.5 years. So you have a natal moon sign, which is your moon sign. Your natal moon is where the moon was when you were born. But then you have a progressed moon, which is where how this particular they kind of describe it like an invisible moon that's moving through your houses so that you can have this emotional evolution, right? And so it's kind of this thought of you have your natal moon, but then you have your progressive moon that expands your natal moon as you are healing on your journey. Okay, hopefully that was clear. So what you do if you know your time of birth, Jai, I have a link in my profile, and if you put your information in profile, it will give you where your progressed moon sign is. Okay. So many people have also noticed a creative awakening during this time, and this is for the Libra progressed moon. Whether it's the desire to create artistically themselves or simply a desire to immerse themselves in an experience of culture arts, such as musical or theatrical performances. And I think for me, it's about producing more music because I've been feeling this urge to create. All of these examples are ways to bring beauty into our lives, which can help us feel a sense of contentment. And awareness of your social life and the social environment around you may also increase. I think that's true too, because I think this year, yeah, 2024, I'm in this for 2 years, has been more of a desire to want to expand my reach on social media. So to me, this is really, really lining up. And again, the Libra moon is also about the balance too. So environment things like noticing the way people treat each other with examples of either kind, not so kind behaviors, may catch your attention and you may feel more intolerance for inconsiderate, tactless, and brutish behavior than you noticed before. All right. All right. Let's get into the Scorpio. Deeper Moon, Progressive Moon in Scorpio. The quote: "The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain." So for the Scorpio progressed moon, one of the most notable shifts from a Libra progression to a Scorpio progression is a diminishing of the urge for social interaction. Whether you are someone who is always out with a different friend or someone who likes to hang out on your own anyway, you will notice a desire for less social interaction. There is something pulling you inward and downward. Metaphors such as going into a cave or being submerged underwater are fitting. A sense of increasing emotional activity arises as well. like something inside of you is churning around. But a conscious awareness or ability to describe what you are feeling may be more elusive. Something's up with me may be about as specific as you can get sometimes. Although, if you're also experiencing a progressed moon in the third house period or connection with Mercury, you may have an easier time in communicating what's going on inside of you. Even so, silence and isolation may have more appeal as you draw deeper into yourself. What's up, Bree? Moodiness will be more evident. You may find your thoughts turning darker than usual. Even if you're quite an optimistic person, you can't help but observe the world through a cynical lens. People around you are dying, divorcing, and hurting each other, and while this happens every day, it can seem like that's all you can see right now. As the outer world reflects the inner world, events in your life can take a difficult turn during your Scorpio progression. Thank you for the share. There may be drama unfolding in your own life or in the lives around you that increase your awareness of life's painful and fearful side. So again, fam, this is all information that can support you in the seasons of your life within 2.5 years. And I would say play with it. See if it resonates with you because you can apply it if you've been keeping track of the last 2 years of your life, 2.5 years. Like what has that been like? And I think for me, if I'm in Libra, I was in Virgo before. I can kind of rock with being more critical of myself. I feel like I've discovered how to have more of a grace for myself in the last 2.5 years, and a grace for other people. Oh, you like my locks? I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been playing with the idea of cutting them again, but we're gonna keep it this length just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. All right, so that was Scorpio. Let's get into the Capricorn. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the Scorpio. Now I'm sorry, we're going to Sagittarius. The quote for the Sagittarius: when you come to the edge of all the light you have, when you come to the edge of all the light you have, and must take a step into the darkness of the unknown, believe that one of the two things will happen to you. Either there will be something solid for you to stand on, or you will be taught how to fly. Oh, that's what's up, Sagittarius. And this is about your progressed moon sign, okay? Again, if you don't know your progressed moon sign, thank you for the gift. I just saw that trophy. The information is in the link is in my bio. Put your time of birth in that information and you'll get your progressed moon, okay, as to where it is. So if your progressed moon is in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is the archer, so shooting the arrow into the heavens. The desire to soar high and far is beginning to fill your heart as your progressed moon enters Sagittarius. After the heaviness of Scorpio progression, your heart feels increasingly lighter now. And while you probably did important and transformative work during Scorpio, this energy shift may be quite welcome. A sense of expanding and awakening will start to come over you. Ideas start to stir in your head, possibilities come into view. For some, this progression begins with events in their life that spark a chance to be free. Hey, man. Such as the ending of a situation that may have been emotionally difficult or limiting, or opportunities presenting themselves that were not there a month or two ago. The side effects of the Scorpio progression may have left you more deeply in tune with yourself and also perhaps cleared the way for this freedom to commence, right? But also may have left you a little raw or cynical. It's time to let your enthusiasm grow without worriness or containment. And remember that life can be good and even fun again. Okay? And then this is when your moon. Yeah. We already preparing. We are I've started to put my YouTube stuff out. And so for So we're gonna have to. What I'm leaning towards is working off of YouTube because I would like to monetize that content in full transparency. So we'll probably be meeting on YouTube and putting some things. YouTube, YouTube right now is YouTube because Discord will be more of, if we keep Discord, it's going to be more so for like coaching purposes. And I'm finding that that Discord is it's an interesting. Anywho, if something happens to TikTok, right now the plan is to stream on publicly on YouTube. So if you haven't followed me on YouTube, it's Titus Glenn Official, as well as Facebook. Facebook is also there as well. Okay, so we are. If you guys are preparing, but from what I understand, they would probably have to go to the Supreme Court. Um, you can't message me, Infinite Grateful. What you mean you can't message me? What you mean? They won't let you inbox me? They won't let you inbox me? Is that what you're saying? They flagged you. You wanna if you are trying to reach me, then or you have Facebook or Instagram, just message me on those. If you're trying to send something to me. We are I am I thought I yeah. Are you wrote us? I would love to hear it. Okay. Well, send it to me. Facebook. Send me a message. Yeah, because we messaged before, me and Infinity Grateful. Okay, cool. So, as we are preparing, because we don't know what TikTok is going to do, I'm posting right now. We're even streaming on. Thank you for the gifts, fam. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube currently. So, right now, no, you're okay, Beth. You're okay. I'm already thinking ahead. So right now the content is going toward YouTube, which I'm so excited, which is why we're doing the prayer loops. So I have prayer loops loading every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm also building out a channel that is solely for guided meditations and things of that nature. How's that sound to y'all? Are y'all okay with YouTube? Because you can chat on YouTube too. How does that work with y'all? Thank you for the gift, fam. Cool and easy. Okay, cool. Cool. So right now, everything will be on YouTube. I do have YouTube. I'm not sure about my name, but after this live, okay, cool. So it's Titus Glenn Official. That's where we'll be. You know, you'll have the content there as well, and we'll work on the Discord, the subscribers. I'm working on how to build, expand that up so that we can. I really want to have more encounters. Hey, Carter Noakes is in the room. Shoot Carter Noakes some love. I want to have encounters of the space to where those that want to be intimate will be for the subscribers so we can have that intimate time as a community. Okay? So right now, again, you can follow me on YouTube because we don't know what's going to happen with TikTok, and that there you have it. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. Okay, where are we? So we talked about the Sagittarius progressed moon. So if you don't know where your progressed, bet. Awesome job, love it. If you don't know where your progressed moon is, time of birth, put that in my profile, my profile information, and then it'll give you where your progressed moon time is. All right, so that was Sagittarius. Let's go to progress moon in Capricorn. The quote: "No man is free who is not a master of himself." Ooh, I love that quote for me. No man is free who is not a master of himself. Ooh. So the progress moon in Capricorn. After the open ended freedom of the past couple of years, the first thing you might notice as you enter Capricorn is an increased sense of constraint. The restlessness that made you excited and enthusiastic to start another day of possibilities may feel irritating now. And the idea of hundreds of possibilities can leave you feeling overwhelmed rather than overjoyed. However, the open playing field of Sagittarius is now starting to have some fences built around its edges. And when restlessness is contained, it starts to look more like ambition, drive, and focus. Depending on your natal moon's location, this may feel restraining or actually quite refreshing as you are invited to get down to business. After you shift into Capricorn, pressure may start to build and weigh a bit on your heart. Internally, you may recognize it as a feeling of something you want to get on with, that you need something to sink your teeth into. Let me read that again. Internally, you may recognize it as a feeling of something you want to get on with, that you need something to sink your teeth into. Some people may find external influences arising that correspond with the emotional shift, such as situations arising in their lives that require more responsibility. All right, this is for the progress moon going through Capricorn. So as you can see, it's almost like life is taking us on this be free and be merry, and then come down and sit your down. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Like seriously, like we go deep in the Sagittarius, and then we come out like let's live life, let's be free, and then only to come back down to this space of all right, let's get focused. And I think this offers us an opportunity that as we are living life to go with the flow of life versus clinging on to what we know and not give ourselves an opportunity to evolve. But knowing your progress moon sign affords you the opportunity to have a outlook as to what you should be learning or what you could be learning. Okay? Depending on your natal moon position, it may seem like the universe is saying that the party is over and perhaps a sense of being carefree needs to fade for now. But this doesn't have to feel like an anchor around your neck, just something bringing you down to earth. All right? Thank you for the like, higher thought. So that's for the progress moon in Capricorn. Let's get into the Aquarius. Progress moon in Aquarius, the quote: "It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are." Yeah, love it. Fed up with following the rules, your own rules, society's rules, or just the status quo that you've been living with far too long? You might start feeling like you're ready to break something. This may be out of anger, but more than likely it's simply out of growing realization that if you can do something different at any moment you choose, then why aren't you? That's what's up, Beth. Beth, are you sure? Did you check where your moon is? Your progressed moon. Sometimes others lay down. Sometimes others lay down requirements and expectations for us, whether they're in authority, whether they're in authority, or we just give them power to do so. But sometimes it's just us, sleepily following the paved path because that's the routine. We're just going with the program because that's what we've always done. A certain feeling of detachment may surface, like the feelings of guilt or obligation or getting old, and you want to pull away from them and look objectively at why you're doing what you're doing, what you've been doing. You may start to feel free in a strange way, like you can't quite remember why you tied yourself up in knots about something that suddenly holds less sway over you. Oh, okay. One client of mine found that she simply felt like dropping all the self censoring behaviors she had been engaging in to fit in and make others feel comfortable. I feel like this resonates probably with a lot of people even now because we are in the age of Aquarius. I will say though that with your moon, if your progressed moon sign is in Aquarius, you might be in this energy of, oh my goodness, I'm not going by any rules. I got to figure out what am I going to live by. Because that Aquarius energy wants you to be free. That Aquarius energy wants you to be free. And I would even say you might even get glimpses of this. My cancer is at rest after 15 years, I was told. Okay. I would say that you might experience this throughout the month as the moon is traveling through Aquarius. So you have all these things to consider when you're working on this stuff because every day is a new day. Like seriously. But having these nuggets can help and support you like if you're feeling off or feeling like, why do I feel so excited today? Or why do I feel so low today? Or why is these last 2 years being like crazy? With the age of Aquarius signs are now out of the light. Yes, with this fixed energy. With this fixed energy, for sure. I can see that. So that's progressed moon in Aquarius, okay? And let's go with this Pisces. Doo-doo-doo. Where did I? So, progress moon in Pisces. Here's the quote. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as if everything is. I love that, Albert Einstein. Let's run that back. There, there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as if everything is. That is beautiful. So, warning, a Piscean progression may cause daydreaming, an increase in distraction and forgetfulness. Do not operate heavy machinery during a Piscean progression. Listen, ain't it though? Higher thought, let everything be a miracle. That's a line. Absolutely. Depending on how accustomed you are to Piscean energy already, you may start to think you're going a bit crazy as you enter this progression. It's very likely that these symptoms may arise as a side effect of the fairy world calling to you. Some people find themselves deliciously imaginative and creative, while other people find they are frustrated by feeling foggy and confused. In truth, all of those possibilities are accessible during this time. It simply depends on how willing you are to surrender to what's calling you. Woo! Let me just say this because my I'm a Pisces moon in my natal chart, and when I say this hits home as a Pisces moon because to have a Pisces moon, there is an energy to where I'm having to learn. First of all, everything is a miracle, but not to how do I balance being on heaven and earth at the same time, right? But what I really wanted to say is that I had to preach a sermon this week. Come on, you're Pisces moon too. Come on, come on. So let's talk about it. Higher thought, because I had to preach a sermon this week during class, and the sermon I called it was "This call is for the weak." Can I talk about it for just 3 minutes? Okay, if it's okay to talk about this, put some fire in the chat because this right here was definitely it may resonate with somebody, but I think this is for those that hear the call. So ideally speaking, with the Pisces moon is like dreaminess, creativity, being caught up in this world to where you're creating. You're like, okay, what's real, what's not real, what can I have, what can't I have, and so let me get to this line that really stuck out during the sermon I wrote. Because to understand this is to know that when you are on this call, everybody don't understand. When you've been awakened, everybody don't understand. And I was telling my class this week that if I had to explain this call, because we had to pick a song, we had to pick a song to preach from. And I said, if I had to explain this call and this journey I'm on with this message that the call is for the weak, it would be the song by SWV called Weak. And I want to run these lyrics in because it really explains the call in a way that you really can't explain the call. So let me get to these lyrics and then we'll keep it moving because this was so edible to me. Let me see. Let me see. So here's the lyrics, and this is to me sums it up when you're trying to explain to people what it is you're doing, how you're moving, because you really can't explain it. All right. So the words are, I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. That right there, I was like, just shut the front door because most people won't understand the journey that you're on when you're pursuing purpose because they're trying to figure out why you're moving, what you're doing, but you don't even understand because, listen, because it legit will put you in a space of, they must think I'm crazy. I even think I'm crazy because I don't even know why I'm doing all the things I'm doing, but it's something calling me to do it. I think when my moon moved into Pisces, it awakened all my spiritual gifts. Come on, I think so too. And then it says, whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, it's a feeling that I want to stay. So it's legit this call that says, God, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing is causing me to lean in and not run away. And not run away. Then it says, because my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the cause and the cure is you. Woo! So understanding that this call and this pursuit in life, the way that it's happening, is all good and it's all God. Isn't this? And then y'all know what it says. I get so weak in my knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control and something takes over me. In a daze, your love so amazing. It's not a phase. It's like the call ain't going away. You pursuing your purpose, it won't go away. It's actually becoming more irritable when you try to do something opposite to what you've been called to do. Right? It's not a phase. I want you to stay with me. By my side, I swallow my pride. I swallow the way that I think it should be done. Thank you for the rose. I swallow the way that I think it should be done. And your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love, it makes me weak. And then this is the thing that the line that Spirit gave to me. The call cannot be explained. It can only be experienced. The call cannot be explained. It can only be experienced. Absolutely how I thought. Always there, can't escape it, and it's terrifying. Listen, okay, so if I were to sing it, I haven't warmed up this today. What? I want to sing it in my baritone. I get so weak in. Coco would be like, higher, Titus. Higher, Titus. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me. In the days, it is so amazing. It's not a phase. I want you to stay with me by my side. I swallow my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Listen, can't explain why your love, it makes me weak. Listen, it's one of those things that is like this call legit push you in a state of I can't do anything but focus on what God is calling me to do. And most people won't understand because, again, the call can't be explained, only experienced. Thank y'all for letting me share. I probably went over my 3 minutes I asked for, but hopefully that helps somebody because when you are okay, then now you can do it how Titus would do it. Okay, for sure. For sure. When you are in this line of service, when you're in this energy of doing purpose work, there's no running. And I feel like the more you run, the more you attract life, the more you attract situations in your life that forces you to put your feet down in the sand, hold on to faith, and continue to pursue whatever it is God is calling you to do. Come on, I feel like it's time for an altar call. But yeah, fam, this is where we at. This is where we're at. But that took me when we were talking about the Pisces moon. That took me there because I'm a Pisces moon and I resonate with that so much. But the Pisces moon is about spirituality in the 12th house, in the world of the mystic, in the world of no. The Sir Jiggy said no. It's not a skit. It's not a skit. Oh, thank you, Infinity. Grateful for the oh, thank you for the gift. Hey, Malaysia, what's up? This is not a skit. This is we are talking. We are having conversation. We are facilitating reading through our book Astrology of the Moon, which is about self awareness. So we had a TikTok. We had a quote from YouTube that said, "Is this a skit?" But I love it though. So thank y'all for being active everywhere on social media. I appreciate y'all. So if you have not, yes, Astrology of the Moon, please go get this book. And this is another book we've been reading from as well, Moon Signs, Houses, and Healing, to incorporate helping us heal. I love astrology too, right? And I was talking to somebody. Sometimes I do Uber. I'm manifesting myself out of Uber with the clients that are booking me currently. And when I have conversations with people, they're like, "Well, I'm really not into astrology, and I don't really believe." I said, "You don't have to believe." Listen, you don't have to believe in order for something to be real. You know what I mean, fam? Like you don't have to believe. But I can tell you this, that what I have found to be so accurate is that when I am in the midst of somebody and I know their sun, rising, and moon sign, it has helped me navigate conversation. And also it's helped me be aware. I'm so many things at once. What you mean, Jiggy? It has also helped me be aware of how to assist and support and coach people as a spiritual life coach. Having this, awareness that if you are Capricorn, right? If your sun is a Capricorn, that there is an energy that you're working through that breeds for being grounded, but maybe also breed taking care of people in a possibly unhealthy way. Absolutely. I love that. You don't have to believe in gravity, but you have to respect it. Right? As an Aquarius, I know that there is an energy that breeds you not necessarily being in tune with your emotions. So that gives me the thinking and awareness that I might need to hold space for you as you are really not trying to be aloof. This is just how you're set up as you learn how to have um, as you learn, how am I trying? I don't want to say EQ because I don't think it's about EQ because I feel like Aquarius have EQ. It's your demonstration as to how you're coming across. Listen, this Aquarius rising. Listen, I feel like people don't want to understand their zodiac, so I feel lost in life. I feel like people that don't understand their zodiac or don't want to, there is a sense that they don't really know who they are. And this is not true for everybody, but a lot of people who don't know who they are have probably not investigated in the realms of astrology. Somebody's asking me, can I sing us something in my man voice? In my man voice, what does that mean? What can I sing? I love this Taurus Sun and Aquarius rising. That's an interesting combination. Christ is King, says Lord Paula. You know what? I would have to rock and say that is nothing but the truth. This Christ consciousness, this way that you think is king over your life. I absolutely love that. You see how this evolution, when you evolve, like people say things and it's definitely true on so many accounts. This Christ you're thinking is king, is leading your life. Bree. Okay, I'm very, very churchy, so I really still only have a lot of gospel tunes in me. So I'll sing this real quick. We'll sing it in a Barry White. Here we go. What a friend we have in. Well, I'm trying to be serious, but I can't. In spirit. Come on. The bass is there. All our sin. I don't know if this is the man voice she was looking for. And grief to bear. And what a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. I can't even keep that because I'm not naturally a bass. It takes divine focus. You hear me? But Sir Jiggy, hopefully that helped. And if it didn't help, I have so many songs on Spotify. Go stream one. Please, I appreciate you. But yeah, fam, this information is life changing if you allow it to be. You said in a ma'am voice? I thought you said man voice. He says in a ma'am voice. Is that a man? Because I saw your comment that said man, man, and then I'm just trying to get clarity. Man voice. Okay. I was trying to get clarity. I don't know what that means, like in a man voice, because I'm a man. I mean, I don't. I have a higher register than most men. It's on YouTube, Bree. So I'm reading the comments on YouTube. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry, but hopefully, I wasn't trying to be facetious. I was trying to get a clear understanding. I was trying to get a clear understanding, but yeah, fam. This is where we are. We are healing. We are growing. So I'm working to shift. I'm working to shift and to be able to be on TikTok and Facebook and social because we don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. And so we are we're here making ourselves available as we are. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's Titus Glenn Official. And yes. So just again, our announcements for today: virtual vision board party is happening December 31st. If that's something that you're up to, looking to do, information is in my bio. Currently, it's buy one get one free until the 15th of December. If you want one-on-one coaching, that is also available for you. So if you're working through your own angst about how you deconstructing, how are you moving through life in this spiritual awakening, the way that I coined it is really assisting people with regaining faith after life has handed them life. So yes, the spiritual awakening, rebranding your faith on reimagining what God looks like to you after the dogma, after being told that you can't do this and you can't do that and feeling bound. So my purpose and the way that I feel like I'm called is to hold space as you rebuild your faith and your connection to God without the dogma and building your faith according to your own terms. Because you can have Jesus, but you can also have tarot card readings, and you can also have sage burning, you can also have, listen, mediumship. I just want somebody to know you can have it all. You don't have to have this and not that, because you that could be your gift. You can be gifted to see people that are not in this earthly realm. And that might be a hard pill for people to swallow, but Jesus wasn't just preaching about him being the way. He was teaching about Christ consciousness and teaching about the way to enlightenment is you learning how to be your most greatest authentic self. And once you tap into learning how to be your most greatest authentic self, you're going to live like Jesus lived. We got him unalived. Because people will crucify you. Now listen, and the greatest thing is learning how to not crucify yourself. But in that, people crucify you. And then you evolve and you resurrect yourself. Come on, somebody. That's a word all by itself. I'm slowly getting my mom and them. Oh, that's what's up. Listen, because Jesus Christ is nothing but you being displayed in the scripture. You are a Christ. You are a piece of God's consciousness. You are a part of the collective. Listen, you talking about Jesus was the Son of God, so are you. Cindy Trill said something this weekend on the podcast that was so yummy, and I'm excited to be on here today. So we'll go for another 5 to 10 minutes, fam. She said something because she was talking about somebody was asking her like, how do you break down the scripture and relate it to life? Something she said, she's like, you have to understand first that scripture is nothing but scripting, which is connected to how do you script your life. Woo! That was so edible. Scripture is nothing more than a navigation tool to how you're scripting your own life. When I was taking the course with Iyanla Van Zant, Mama Ia as I call her, she was talking to us about this Bible that we've been given as to pertain to God's word is nothing more than inspired information that has been used for centuries to help and edify people, right? But it's also this awareness that any book can be scripture because it was inspired. It was inspired by a story. It was inspired by a lived experience. So you writing your book, you navigating content to support people is also God's word. But I digress because that might be too heavy. That might be too heavy for some people. because God giving it to you and you write it on paper, that inspiration that was God now being made on paper is now scripture and ancient text, and it is the inspirational, inspired word of God. Woo! I don't know if that's too heavy for y'all. Let me not say y'all because I don't know who's coming in out of these lives because some people come in that just be a fly on the wall. But I say that because this book that we've been given is not the end all be all as we've been instructed that it was. And it's been the instruction that this is the end all be all that have left a lot of people in a box and in confusion and in worry and confusion and all those things. Okay. So I love y'all, family. I think that's all I got. Unless y'all got some questions. Do y'all have some questions that y'all want to ask me? Do y'all have questions y'all want to ask me? Or anything that's coming up that you want to share? Anything that's coming up that you want to share? And so what I'm really thinking we will continue this book to the end of the year. And I really want to maybe move to a different book to more about, even though this is how often do I go live? I go live every day, Monday through Friday, 5:38. We have two services. Sorry, this is the church boy in me. Like I think this. Sorry, I'm a church boy, born and raised. We have two services. We have a service at 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time where we have sound healing and sound bowls, and then we have our second service at 7:30 a.m. where we do metaphysical Bible study and we talk about astrology and things of this magnitude. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to go through this book through the end of the year, and then I'm going to probably start doing this teaching in like a maybe I'll put this in Discord, maybe read and teach and put it in Discord for those that are subscribing. And I'm honestly trying to revamp Discord. I might move it to Patreon. I'm trying to find a system that will work better for us to build and expand and have conversations to where social media can't control any of that, because I do understand that if you're on certain apps, they're going to control the conversation. So on all that, I'm looking for our next read that'll be more in a way that people can be accessible to, because I feel like astrology sometimes can be overwhelming for people, and I don't want to overwhelm anybody. I want to be in the space of giving people information that they can apply now. Although you can apply this now, but just the little nuggets, like we were reading in Four Agreements. It was so like so accessible, so like digestible in a palatable way that it made it. I feel like it made the conversation more open, more converse, where we could converse more. Okay, so we'll do this to the end of the year, and then we're gonna pick up another book, and we'll dive into that. You've been making content about the Four Agreements, Malaysia. Am I saying that right? Shoot, I'm tempted to go back to the Four Agreements myself. I'm tempted to go back to the Four Agreements. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that. I was thinking like, hey, let's just go back to the Four Agreements because that content, just as a reminder of the year, to stay out of other people's business. Don't take nothing personal. Do your best. So yeah. All right, fam. I think I'm just excited. I think that's why I'm here. I love y'all. I love that I get to be here in this space. I love this awakening that we're in, where you can live your truth, be your truth. You ain't gotta be nobody else. You can just be you. So if y'all don't have any other questions, do y'all have any other questions while we here? Likewise, likewise. All right, fam. Well, you guys have a good day, and I will more than likely, hey, I'll more likely be back to do some readings this evening or this afternoon. So just be on the lookout for that. So let's sing our song, family. We're gonna be out. Okay, here we go. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Hey, and just in case you really need to know. Hey, just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you back. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you back. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you back. I love you, fam. Have the most amazing day. Absolutely serenade the entire waiting room. Y'all have the most amazing day. We'll talk.